Good evening, students. We started with investment in debentures in last session. And now today we are going to see investment in equity shares. So before that, we are going to see golden rules of accounts, that is traditional approach and modern approach. So first have a quick revision over 3 chapters, and then we are going to start with investment in equity shares. So before starting today's session, as usual, we have to see our golden rules of accounts. That is traditional approach, personal account, debit the debtor, credit the creditor, debit the receiver, credit the giver, debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver, real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Then we know you are aware about modern approach, asset, liability, expenditure, income and capital. Asset shows debit balance, liability shows credit balance, expenses shows debit balance, income shows credit balance and capital shows credit balance. Students, we started with first chapter, that is bonus issue. So in bonus shares, as you are aware, that we will use first if fully paid and partly paid bonus shares, CRR account debit, security premium account debit, general reserve account debit, P&L account debit to bonus to equity shareholders and bonus to equity shareholders account debit to equity share capital. And if partly paid bonus shares entries are, you will use only general reserve or P&L account debit to bonus to equity shareholders, final call account debit to equity share capital, and then last entry will be bonus to equity shareholders account debit to final call. You have to understand balance sheet pro forma, because balance sheet may be asked in the exam for writing it in under the head, under the chapter financial statements also, and other chapters also, where you have to update your trial balance and balance sheet. So balance sheet pro forma is very, very important. Equity and liability shareholders, fund share capital, reserves and surplus, non-current liability, long-term borrowing, deferred tax liability, other long-term liability, long-term provisions, current liability, short-term borrowing, trade payable, other current liability, short-term provisions, assets, non-current assets, property, plant and equipment, intangible assets, capital, WIP, intangible assets under development, non-current investment, deferred tax asset, long-term loans, advances, current, other non-current assets, CIT, CSO, current investment, inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent, short-term loans, advances, and other current assets. Friends, after that, redemption of preference shares. So redemption of preference shares entries are preference share capital you have to reduce, and at the same time premium on redemption account and bank balance is going to reduce. So entries are preference share capital account debit, premium on redemption account debit to preference shareholders account debit to bank, and P&L account debit to premium on redemption. With these entries, we have to see 2 more entries. That is, you have to maintain your capital structure by maintaining equity share capital or CRR. So bank account debit to equity share capital to security premium, or CRR entry will be free resource account debit to CRR. After that, we have seen redemption of debentures. It is similar to preference shares, but the difference between DRR and CRR is that DRR is created at the end of the CRR is created at the end of the at the end of redemption, and DRR is created every year. 10% DRR for unlisted companies, and other companies you have to maintain DRR investment 15% in the approved securities. So debentures redemption reserve, before that entries will be every year entry will be free resource account debit to DRR and DRR investment account debit to bank account, that is 10% and 15% respectively. And what are entries for DRR debentures? That entry will be debentures account debit, premium on redemption account debit to debenture holders account debit to bank, and P&L account debit to premium on redemption. So you have to understand pro formas of DRR debentures, DRR investment, and after that own debentures account also. And last session we have seen entries for investment in debentures. Can you quickly tell me what are columns in investment in debentures? Fast, every one of you. Yes, so that was a quick revision for all chapters till now. Okay, Sumit ji, that was the revision. So revision was always in speed. So better, yes, it was too fast. Okay. Chalo. Next one. Good evening, beta Sneha, Teja, Mukta, Sumit, Shivam, Srinjani, Yukti, Himashri, Tanishka, Madesh ji, Yogesh, Harsh ji, Janisha, Mahadev, Bharadwaj. Yes, beta, new names. सही पता है मुझे. श्रव्या, नेहा नाइक, बहुत सारे वही स्टूडेंट्स जिनके नाम मुझे ऑलरेडी पता है। दिलीप राठौड़ जी, बहुत दिनों के बाद। अंकित, फर्स्ट टाइम आई थिंक। दिलीप राठौड़ जी। सौम्या गुप्ता, रितु, यस। हितेश, अलमास and Matanchali. Yes, other students, good evening to all of you. I hope now you are excited to understand the concept of equity shares, investment in equity shares. Okay. So, beta, what are columns? So, who has written it very fast? Yes, Ritika, good evening, beta. सुमित ने सबसे पहले लिखा है date, particulars. Yes, can you tell me timing that you have taken to solve illustration number, sorry, TYK number 3 and TYK number 4? That was your homework. Yes, Sakshi beta, good evening. Shruti ji, good evening beta. So date, particulars, face value, interest, cost. And what is ABCD sequence? A for face value, B for interest, C is inner column. If X interest, don't deduct interest. And if there is interest, then deduct interest, come interest. And D column will be the last column, that is cost column. Yes, I want every one of you, please write your timings for TYK 3 and TYK 4. Yes, timing. Yes, beta, today I'm going to explain you right shares also, don't worry. चलो, सो टाइमिंग्स मैंने डाले हैं और सबसे पहला टाइमिंग आया है जलगम राहुल का। सर 10 मिनट्स का टाइम काफी था सर, वेरी गुड। प्रक्षाली बोल रही है 18 मिनट्स। तिरुमाला कोहली जी, investment of debentures, I practice it for 3 times. Very good beta, very good. And finally it's 7 minutes only. Very good beta. Shivam Dhruvia, you have to improve your speed. Mahadev Maharadwaja, yes, you have to improve your speed. 28 minutes, sir. Disha is saying, sir, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is too fast. Yes. चलिए एक बार सर, एक बार डिवेंचर्स का प्रॉब्लम मेरे साथ सॉल्व करवा दीजिए सर। आप मेरे साथ सिर्फ एक प्रॉब्लम कर दीजिए। डू यू हैव स्टडी मटेरियल? इन्वेस्टमेंट, यस। दीजिए ना। Just want to check speed, how much time it takes. You are not written any months और ये सब लिखा नहीं है क्या उस पे? चलो, सो हम लोग एक बार क्विक रिवीजन में टिक टिकी का टेक्निक यूज करके वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व वन मोर टाइम illustration number 4, TYK number 4. So write down, please have study material with you. TYK number 4, Mr. Purohit ka problem. Okay, so date, particulars, face value, interest, cost, date, particulars, face value, interest, cost. I am solving TYK 4. 1/4/2001. To balance brought down. Face value 1,20,000. And cost is, yes, 1,18,000. Yes, beta, where is my calci? Then next date is, when is interest is payable? 30th September and 31st March. So to bank, here brokerage is there. So to bank, 100 debentures. So 10,000. 10,000 into, I will do calculation afterwards. 8% into, yes, April, May, June, 3 months. Don't refer answer. 10,000 into 8% into 3/12. This is the exam speed. 200. You can do it with me if you want. 100 into 98. But at the same time, you have to pay brokerage, na? Brokerage is 1%, na beta? 9898. So beta brokerage is 9898. Next one. Next date is, you are receiving interest. So on the credit side, 30th September by bank, 1,30,000 into 8% into 6/12. So interest column. 5,200. Next date is 1st October by bank. Sorry, 1st October 1 by bank. 200 debentures. So this is 20,000. There is no interest because you paid interest on very next day. Sorry, you sold it on very next day. So 200 into 100 minus 1%. Just telling you how to solve it in exam by using tick-tick-easy technique, 19,900. Immediately after 10 lines, yes, you have to prepare working note 1. Profit on sale. 1/10/2002. Date, particulars, computation, rupees. Date is beta. Sorry, not date, serial number. Why I written date? Serial number 1. Sales value as above, 19,800. Roman 2. Roman 2. Cost 9898 divided by, sorry, 1,18,000. 1,18,000 divided by 12,000 into, sorry, 1,200 into 200. 200 we sold, na? 19,667. So Roman 3 profit 133. Profit on very On the same line, on the debit side, to profit on sale, working note 1, 133. Then next date is 1st Jan, na? Yes, 1st Jan. To bank, purchase 50 debentures, so 5,000. 5,000 into last interest paid October, November, December, 3 months. 8% into 3 by 12. So 5,000 into 8%. 8% into 3 by 12. So this is 100. At what price? 50 into 98. And you purchase, so 1% brokerage. 4949, and then you sold by bank. You sold 200, so 20,000. 20,000 into 8% into, so February na, matlab October, November, December, January, 4 months. 533. You sold it for 200 into 99 minus 1%. So this is 19,602. Working note 2. Profit oblique loss on sale. On sale. Yes बेटा, प्रॉफिट ऑब्लिक लॉस ऑन सेल डेट कौन सा था? 1 फरवरी 2002. सीरियल नंबर, पर्टिकुलर्स, computation, rupees 1. Sales value as above, 19,602. Roman 2 cost as per FIFO. So 1,18,000 divided by 1,200 into 200. So this is 19,667. Same question I am solving only for your understanding and tick easy technique. So 65 is your loss. 1,2002 by loss. Working note number 2. 65. And beta now 31st March 2002 by bank. You are receiving interest. Now see 120 में से 20 तो गए. So 80 plus 10, 90, 95 ना. So by bank 95,000 into 8% into 6 by 12 dash dash. So you are getting interest of 3,800. And last one is 31st March 2002. Buy balance carried down. It will be 95,000 and you have to record it. Working note number 3. Closing value of debentures on 31st March. Lower of. Start na. Sorry, there was a technical problem. So lot 2 as above. So lot 2 is not change. So it will be beta 9898 and 4949. So what is the cost beta? Yes. 1,18,000 divided by 1,200 into 800 plus 9898 plus 4949. So 93,513. 93,514. And Roman 2 beta, market value. Market value, it will be 950 debentures into 99. Sorry, time बंद हो गया. 950 into 99, 94,050. So whichever is lower, so you will underline 93,514. And now you can take totals. So, but I think your face value 1,20,000 plus 10 plus 5. So it will be 1,35,000 minus 95 minus this minus this. Yes. Debit side 1,18,000 plus 9.898 plus 0.133 plus 4.949. So your total will be 132,980. 93.514 minus 0.065 minus 19.602. Yes, so it's almost same. 132,980. And credit side interest 5,200 plus 533 plus 3,800. So it will be 9,533, and that I will transfer it to P&L minus 300. So to P&L it will be 9,233. So better 12 minutes 42 seconds is a correct timing, including all working notes. So maximum time you can take for this subtopic or this problem, investment in debentures, maximum time 12 marks question multiplied by 8. So 18 minutes is the right time. But my suggestion, I have completed within 13 minutes, so you can finish it within 15 minutes. Yes. Now I hope you got the concept also. Any difficulty in investment in debentures? So I'm going to ask you some questions otherwise. Okay. Beta, this was just a revision of the last session. So we have finished with investment in debentures, and this is a quick revision. So suppose at least I told you how to solve it in exam, if you have to solve it within time. So बच्चों जिन्होंने भी ये टाइम में सॉल्व करना है, मैंने उनके लिए एक बेहतरीन टेक्निक दिया है कि संकेत सर यदि 12 मिनट्स 13 मिनट्स में कंप्लीट कर लेते तो आप क्यों नहीं. तो आपके लिए भी ये टारगेट ओपन है. सो आज आपके लिए टारगेट ओपन है. आज सब प्रैक्टिस करो 13 मिनट्स टू 16 मिनट्स. प्लीज राइट इट प्रॉपरली. At least it is readable. Yes, have you done beta? Very good. Chalo. Now it's visible. सही कुलकर्णी कुछ बोलना चाहती थी. So if you have any difficulty, please. I'm giving you one challenging question. Let's see how many of you can solve. Just I want to check your knowledge for. Yes, daily I will give you now challenge, because now we have sufficient time for each topic. So one challenging question today. Yes, one challenging question open to all. Are you ready for that challenging question? It is not related to this chapter. It is general question that is open to all. Yes, I just want to check your concepts. So आज का क्वेश्चन है आपके सामने. एवरीवन इज रेडी बेटा? आज चैलेंज एक्सेप्ट करते, देखते कितने प्रतिशत भारतीय बराबर आंसर देते इसका. Can you explain me? I explain one. No, beta. Please watch my previous session. Sir, please solve my query. Sanjyota, I don't know your query. Sir, done. Yes, sir. So now everyone is ready. Chalo. So today's question of the day. Let's see. I am paying rent from last year rupees 2000 per month till 30th September, and increased by rupees 500 per month from 1st October. Calculate, every month's rent is paid in next month. So pass entries and show effect in balance sheet. So this is a general question of the day. Financial year, beta, 1st April to 31st March. Our year is financial year, 1st April to 31st March. I want entries. So this is question open to all. Yes, pass entries and show effects in balance sheet. राजू शर्मा बोल रहे, यू आर लुकिंग लाइक कृणाल पांड्या. क्यों रे बेटा? आपको मेरी क्वेरीज आती है क्या सर? यस जसप्रीत कौर, व्हाई नॉट? स्क्रीन ब्लर आ रही है बेटा, अदरवाइज रिजोल्यूशन इंक्रीज कर लो बेटा आपका. हिमांशु भाई, गलत जवाब. कौन है अपने क्लास में जो बराबर आंसर दे सकता है? वेटिंग फॉर द आंसर भाई. यू आर, मेनी ऑफ यू आर फाउंडेशन बेस्ड स्टूडेंट्स. But I want with amount. दिलीप राठौर ने गलत जवाब दे दिया बेटा. I thought many students are intelligent one. नहीं नहीं, सिद्धार्थ गर्ग का भी रॉन्ग आंसर छे. रंजिनी रॉन्ग. एफरिन ने तो प्रीपेड रेंट बोल दिया. बेटा प्रीपेड किससे हो सकता है? प्रक्षाली जी का भी रॉन्ग आंसर. श्रृंजनी सिन्हा जी सही जा रहे हो पर एंट्री गलत कर दिया है. अमाउंट्स एंट्री गलत कर दिया. यस बेटा. नॉट अ सिंगल स्टूडेंट आंसर इट करेक्टली. पूरे इंडिया में एक भी स्टूडेंट नहीं है जो ये आंसर करेक्ट देगा. ऑलमोस्ट 200 प्लस स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर. ये है डिफरेंस इन आर्टिकलशिप पीरियड व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न. So those students who are mugging up all these entries, beta, this is required in articleship. मेरी इज्जत बढ़ानी रहेगी आपको आर्टिकलशिप में. बिग 4 में काम करना है. आउटस्टैंडिंग एंट्रीज नहीं आ रही है. समझ लो कहां पे हैं हम. जस्ट थिंक ऑन दिस बेटा. April, draw the diagram from 1st April to 31st March. When is rent is increasing? When rent is increasing from October. So up to 30th September. Yes, प्रथम को भी नहीं आया तो मैं किसी को क्या बोल सकता हूं बेटा. 2000 into 6 months, though he is my foundation student, 12,000, and 2,500 into 6 months, beta, this is 15,000. So your expenditure incurred, this is beta expenditure incurred. We are follower of accrual concept. 27,000. You got this? Wait. बेटा आधा ही आंसर करेक्ट आया है आपका. Incurred is P&L. Now in the month of April, March, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Beta, only for you I have to write all these things. I thought you are intelligent one, but no. April month में you are going to pay the rent of March month. So you are going to pay 2,000. May में 2,000 of April. June में May का. July में June का. August, in August you will pay the rent of July. In September of August, and September ka 2,000 in October. And from October you are going to pay 2,500 in next month. So here, what is the mistake? 2,500 you are going to pay for 5 months. And last year ka you will pay in the month of April, that is of 7 months. So what is the total amount that you paid? 14,000 and 2,500 into 5 months, that is 12,500. So total rent paid. Not a single student who answered it correctly. Now daily, not a single student who answered 26,500. Oh, one student answered it. Shukula Venkata Bhargavichi. Yes. No, beta. She is also wrong. She has not written entries correctly. She wrote to bank, but not date wise. So this is a paid. Now entries, understand, please beta, practically on 1st of April, what is the first day entry? Reverse opening payable entry. Rent payable is my liability. And now I'm going to cancel it. First day, rent payable account debit. This is March month ka, last March ka entry. Last March month reversed. Rent payable 2000 to rent account. Liability 0. Now up to 31st March, from 1st April, rent account debit to cash. What is the amount? 26,500. And on 31st of March, you will create rent outstanding liability. Rent to rent payable, current year का मार्च महीने का payable है 2,500. And then transfer to P&L. What is incurred during the year is 27,000. If I open rent account, see my rent account, opening by rent payable. This is the first day entry. I will cancel 2,000 rupees. To cash, 26,500. 7 months, 2,000. 5 months, 2,500. To rent payable, beta, 2,500. And profit and loss account, beta, 6 months, 6 months. This is 27,000. You can check. Your rent account is tallying, my friend. 29,000. How it will reflect in your profit and loss account? To rent, 27,000. And in balance sheet extract, rent payable on the liability side, 2,500. This is a closing balance sheet. And your cash balance will be reduced by 26,500. This is how your rent account will look like. So what is the pro forma? If you know the pro forma, those who are following me from the very first day, debit plus credit minus, to cash, to payable, opening में by payable reversed, and by profit and loss account. So this is expense pro forma for payable. And prepared example, I will give it in the next session. Daily one question for your thinking, and not a single student who answered it. So whatever mistakes, please write it in comment section. Not increasing by 1,500, 500 daily, monthly. I hope everyone is now clear. Please write down these questions. will improve your understanding better, and this is what is needed in cash flow statement chapter, in single entry, even in branch accounts. So I request you all, try to grasp the concept of accrual versus paid. Accrual 6:6 here, paid 7:5 here. 6 months 2000, 6 months 2500, that is accrued. And incurred, so expenditure incurred is 6:6, and paid 7 months for 2000 and 5 months 2500. This is all for concept question. Yes, now I am going to improve your level day by day. Okay, I hope now everyone is clear. So please write it in the comment section. Once again, all these entries here, all entries are open. Whenever I'm telling you to write it in the comment section, please write it. I'm giving you 5 minutes to grasp this concept properly. Yes, write down in comment section. And these examples, you note down it somewhere on the last page. All these examples, you have to note down it. Yes, so write down if you want this question. These questions are really important and really tricky. Daily one question now. No, beta, now no more one. Yes, Shivam, no, beta, we have to focus on investment chapter. Daily, beta. Yes, I will give you one question every time. Don't worry. Shivam Dhruya. Rafiq Bhai bole che clear che sir. Beta, those who are not clear, please you watch this session once again. Huh? These are actually foundation based questions, but just want to improve your understanding about expenses account. So this is what is the example of expense payable. This is the example for expense payable. I hope you are clear with this concept now. Write down a bit. This is. Yes, you can take a screenshot if you want. Take a screenshot. And now just check all these 4 entries. First entry is beta, what are sequence? Opening entry, reversal, na? This is first entry. What is second entry? Payment ki entry. Third entry, closing entry, outstanding. And fourth entry is a transfer entry. So there are total 4 entries. Opening entry, reversal. Write down it in the comment section. Bhai, write down. Prakshal is saying, sir, please ask such questions every time. Yes, beta, no problem. Teja is saying, sir, just thought about journal entries and not thought in deep, sir. Okay. बेटा सिद्धार्थ गर्ग जो मैंने एंट्रीज की है वो रियल लाइफ की एंट्रीज होती है. सो रियल लाइफ में बेटा हम लोग 1 अप्रैल को रिवर्स करते हैं. आप डायरेक्टली भी रेंट पेएबल टू कैश कर सकते हो, बट इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर टू रिवर्स द एंट्री ऑन द वेरी फर्स्ट डे. Okay, so remember this concept to reverse entry on first day. This is how you are going to see it in your practical life. Sneha Suresh बोल रहे mind game question sir, very tricky. No beta, not tricky. अशोभ्य जोशी ने भेज दिया है एंट्रीज. सर प्रभास जैन बोल रहे हैं कि प्लीज मेरे आंसर चेक करो. बेटा अभी ऊपर इतना नहीं जा सकता मैं. यस भार्गवी, आई आंसर्ड योर क्वेश्चन. So previous entry, you can pass directly rent payable to bank, but it's always better to reverse the entry on very first day in your real life also. Kaveri Pagareji, yes, very good. बेटा ट्रांसफर P&L के ट्रांसफर की एंट्री नहीं की बेटा आपने. मुक्ता व्यास, अभी इसके ऊपर ही फोकस कीजिए. If you all understood it, we will move to concept question now. शिवम सिंह बोल रहे कैश और कंफ्यूजन हो गया. नो प्रॉब्लम बेटा, नाउ यू आर अवेयर. वेरी गुड. थैंक यू रितिका. चलो, yes beta, daily one question every time I will take now, because I just want to improve your knowledge. So these questions, though many students are my foundation based students, even Pratham is also my one of the foundation student. He scored 76 marks in accounts, but still he is not up to the mark beta. No, he can't think on this, though he knows all these entries. But beta, what is important, that last year entry, last year amount is paid now. Just think on this. Okay, no problem. Yes, it will take some time to improve, but don't worry, आप मेरा आर्टिकलशिप में बहुत नाम निकालोगे. यस, इतना याद रखना. चलिए, कोई बात नहीं बेटा, करना, डरना नहीं है. आना चाहिए था ना, इजी था. लास्ट ईयर का कौन देखता है. यस, यही तो कॉन्सेप्ट था, यही तो आपसे उम्मीद थी मुझे, आप सबसे उम्मीद थी मुझे, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन में अभी फाउंडेशन बेस्ड स्टूडेंट्स को मेरे पास इतना टाइम नहीं रहता प्रथम. सो फाउंडेशन में मैं इतने बेसिक लेवल के क्वेश्चन नहीं है, ये ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है. मैंने लिख के दिया था ये, वी आर पेइंग इट फ्रॉम द लास्ट मंथ. आप चेक करो, वी आर पेइंग फ्रॉम द लास्ट ईयर. मैंने लिख के दिया था ये. Yes, those who want to take a screenshot of this, yes, rent account, just if you fill it in your pro forma also by rent payable and to rent payable, might be it will be very easy for you. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं बेटा प्रथम, थोड़ा बुरा लगता है हर एक को, बट सच क्वेश्चंस आर योर रियल लाइफ एग्जाम क्वेश्चंस. चलो, यस बेटा. अभ्य रूपादा बोल रहे हैं कि प्रक्षाली बोले अभी लाइफ में मैं गलती नहीं करूंगी ये क्वेश्चन में. वेरी गुड, दैट इज व्हाट एक्सपेक्टेड. चलिए, सो नाउ बिफोर ब्रेक आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू इन्वेस्टमेंट इन इक्विटी शेयर्स. सो प्लीज नाउ, अच्छा, should I first explain all this concept and give time, or directly we will take a question? So you only tell me. First I will explain you all concepts, or do you want time after explanation, or you will directly solve the question with me? You want time or you don't want time? Because today is equity shares day. So first I will explain you the concept, or should I give you some time for equity shares, or directly will take? ओके, एवरेज कॉस्ट मेथड फसीदा हम लोग एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, डोंट वरी. चलो, so equity shares, now there are two concepts which we are going to understand. One, what is cut-off date, what is pre-acquisition and post-acquisition dividend. So two concepts very important in this. So please now focus. First, before starting this session of investment in equity shares, I will explain you these two concepts. Dividend related concept, pre and post. And second concept is right issue. Right issue. Dividend concept. Okay. So first thing, investment in equity shares. Understand. Investment in equity shares. Date. Date, particulars, number of shares, and cost, date, particulars, number of shares, and cost. Now, date, particulars, number of shares, and cost, these are some columns. I will give you some examples. Beta, Pratham, 1st April ko, on very first day of your financial year, you have some shares with you. To balance brought down. Okay. Assume, we will assume some shares, number of shares. Understand it. Assume you have 25,000 shares. Suppose you bought it for 15 rupees. So tell me the amount. 25,000 into 15. Yes. You bought it for 15 rupees. In last year only. So you have these shares from very first day. You got it? Now, beta, on 28th June, you bought some more shares to bank. So this is in the current year. Assume you bought 5,000 shares. Last time price kitna tha? 15. This time assume 16. 16. So you bought it for 80,000. Correct che? Yes, Pratham, correct che? Yes. So you bought it for 80,000. Okay? Now, next one. Assume now that company, suppose you have investment in Reliance company. Reliance company is giving you some bonus shares. Some bonus shares. Whether bonus shares has some cost or it is free of cost. Free of cost. Very good. So bonus shares are free of cost. Correct, che? Yes. So 16th August ko, assume you are getting bonus shares. To bonus issue, assume you are getting bonus shares. 1 share for 5 shares. 1 share for 5 shares. Now, how many shares you have? 30,000. अच्छा, for 6 shares, assume 1 share for 6 shares. So it will be easy for right shares calculation also. So we'll keep it in the multiple of 5 only. Okay. So 1 share for 6 shares. Okay. So you are getting bonus shares 5,000. Till now, any problem, beta? No problem. Very good. So anyone has problem till now? So yes, you have to answer my questions. How many shares that you have from the first day? How many shares that you have? 25,000. So 25,000 from very first day. So 25,000 into 15. How many shares you bought? 5,000. At what price? 16 rupees. And bonus shares you bought, you got for how many shares? Every 6 shares you are getting 1 share. Okay, beta. So you are comfortable with this speed? Okay, very good. Now on 30th September, one more offer you got. One more offer. Oh my God, one more offer for a company. To bank, you are getting right shares offer. Wait. Now, beta, right shares offer, I'm going to explain it now. And this right shares option, I'm going to explain it in next session also, because we left with that part of bonus shares. Only a part, bonus part we have completed, and not right shares part that we are going to understand it in the next session. So right shares. Right shares means what? Right shares is nothing but your existing shareholder will get first right, and they will purchase, but they have option 1, they can subscribe for share, means they will pay, and option 2, they can sell their right to another person. They can sell their right to another person, which is called as beta renouncement. Now this is the first time understand the word renouncement. What is the word? Renouncement. Renouncement means you are going to sell your right. Renouncement means you are going to sell your right to another person. Beta, if you subscribe for share, your entry will be very simple. Bank account, sorry. Investment account debit, because investment comes in to bank account. Number of shares you subscribed multiplied by issue price. And what is the entry for renouncement? Now renouncement means you are going to sell your price, now that share, to some another person. For example, if company is giving you that right, for 15 rupees. But you will sell that right to another person by taking 2 rupees extra. He is also ready because he thinks that company has a future, but he is not getting that share because he is not the right shareholder, existing shareholder of the company. So he is not getting that right. And so that's why, suppose for example, Mr. X is an existing shareholder. He will get from the company that share rupees 15. Okay. But Mr. X renounces his right to another person, assume for Mr. Y, and Mr. Y has to pay company 15 rupees, and he will pay 2 rupees to X, and he has to pay 17 rupees. देखो एक समझ लो, एक बार हिंदी में बता देता हूं, बहुत आसान है. राइट शेयर्स उन्हीं को मिलता है जो कंपनी का अभी का हकदार है, जो अभी का एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर है, उसी को राइट शेयर्स मिलेगा. सो राइट शेयर्स मिस्टर एक्स है, अभी का एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर है, तो उसको राइट शेयर्स मिला। अभी उसके पास दो ऑप्शन है भाई। पहला ऑप्शन क्या है, वो खुद वो शेयर खरीद लेगा, वो खुद वो शेयर खरीद लेगा। दूसरा ऑप्शन क्या है, उसको ये शेयर पसंद नहीं आया है, उसके पास पैसे नहीं है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो वो अपना राइट किसी और को देगा। अभी दूसरे को क्यों मिलेगा वो राइट, बिकॉज वो एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर नहीं है, तो उसको तो ये शेयर नहीं मिलेंगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको सिंपली बताता हूं, टाटा कंपनी जो होती है, ओके, अभी टाटा कंपनी में मैं नाम, आई थिंक टाटा की, नहीं मैं, यस, कौन सी उनकी सब्सिडरी कंपनी है, तो वो सिर्फ उनके एम्प्लॉइज को ही शेयर्स देती है, सिर्फ एम्प्लॉइज को, बाकी किसी को उन्होंने शेयर्स नहीं दिए। एक बार मैं आपको बता दूंगा ये नेक्स्ट सेशन में कि टाटा की कौन सी सब्सिडरी, यस मैं बताऊंगा आपको कल। सो ये सिर्फ उनके एम्प्लॉइज को शेयर्स देती है। सो ये एक टाइप का कि वो आज तक उन्होंने बाहर कभी ये शेयर दिया ही नहीं है। टाटा टेक्नोलॉजी है शायद से, टाटा टेक्नोलॉजी के ही शेयर्स ये एम्प्लॉइज को दिए जाते, बाकी किसी को दिए नहीं जाते। शायद से एक बार मैं देख के आपको बताऊंगा, बहुत सारी सब्सिडरीज, बहुत नहीं याद रहेगा तो एक बार मैं आपको बता दूंगा। तो इतना याद रखिए कि आइदर आपको शेयर मिलेगा तो आपको 15 रुपए देना पड़ेगा, या आप आपके दोस्त को दे सकते हो, भाई ले ले ये शेयर, 17 रुपए में ये शेयर ले लेना, 2 रुपया जो है 2 रुपया मुझे दे देना और 15 रुपए कंपनी को दे देना, मेरा तो फायदा देखूंगा ना मैं, भले दोस्त होगा तो भी। ऐसा ऐसा मैं नहीं दोस्ती में करूंगा कुश्ती, पर इतना याद रखो कि ये सेल देयर राइट, ये हो सकता है कि आप किसी को बोल सकते हो मुझे 2 रुपया दे दो और आप कंपनी को 15 रुपए दे दो, तो मिस्टर वाई ने 70 रुपीज ने लिया। इसको बोलते ट्रांसफर योर राइट। Transfer means renouncement. So this is a concept which is called as, when you transfer your right to Mr. Y, it is called as renouncement of the share. So याद रखो, renouncement इसको बोला जाता है। Now what is the entry for this renouncement? Bank account debit to bank account debit to P and L. So this 2 rupees. So here, if you invest 15 rupees and if you sell it, bank account debit to P and L. Bank account debit to P and L. So beta, right shares, assume now we have 35,000 equity shares. Assume we have given right 3 shares for 7 shares. Assume we have given right for 3 shares for 7 shares. So how many rights you are getting? 35,000 into 3 by 7. 15,000. Wait. Now 3 for 7. Assume out of that we entitle only 2/3. So we entitle only 10,000 and remaining 1/3 we sold at ₹2. Okay, and we bought it for, assume we bought it, that right share price is ₹15. So we sold means it is renounced. We sold means it is renounced. You got the concept of renouncement. So 35,000 is the total shares that I am having. Out of that, bonus shares I'm issuing 3 by 7. 2 by 3 is the shares that we have, beta. So we have 2/3 shares. We applied for 2/3 shares and remaining 1/3 we sold it to our friend at ₹2. So tell me the price, beta. 1,50,000. So now everyone got the concept of renouncement. $15,000 right shares, but only 2/3 we bought and 1/3 we sold. So how many we sold, beta? 5,000 shares we sold, and that is transferred to P and L. So till now, any confusion? If you have any confusion, you can ask me. These are some imaginary lines, imaginary figures. 35,000 shares that we are having. 25 plus 5 plus 5. 35,000 multiplied by 3 shares for 7 shares. Out of that, we bought only 2/3 and we sold 1/3. So 1/3 at rupees 2. So that will be transferred to which account? P&L. Okay. पूजा का ध्यान खाने में बेटा, खाने में ब्रेक है अभी, ब्रेक के बाद खाना मिलेगा मुझे. सो बीवी ने इतने प्यार से खिचड़ी बनाई है तो ब्रेक में पहले बराबर उसी चीजों पे ध्यान जाता है. ओके, बीवी अच्छी हो जाए इसलिए मैं मंगलवार का व्रत रखता हूँ. अच्छा ठीक है. सो 15 रुपीज इसलिए साबुदाना की खिचड़ी मिलती है मुझे उपवास की. कोई बात नहीं, चलो. सो टू बैंक 10,000 shares multiplied by 10,000 shares multiplied by 15 and 5,000 shares multiplied by 2, that we are going to receive it in, yes, where? Right shares. So beta, that is the right shares. Next one. Now understand. Yes, now next one. Now very, very important concept I'm going to tell you. Please, please, please understand it carefully. Okay. A renouncement entry is bank account debit to P&L. So 10,000 into 15 is 1,50,000 is the correct answer. No? Someone is saying 20th June ko entry 5,000 into cost is 16 rupees. 6 nahi beta, 16. Okay. Now understand the concept of dividend. Dividend is divided in two parts. Assume, not assume, post-acquisition dividend. See, this is from the investor's angle. This is from the investor's angle. Investor's angles. And now please focus for next 10 minutes. Very important point. Post-acquisition dividend and pre-acquisition dividend. Understand this concept carefully. Pratham is shareholder in the year 1/4/2021. Year ends on 31st March 2022. Sorry. So Pratham is a shareholder. So this is a financial year 1/4/2021. From very first day, he has 25,000 shares. Now, first on 31st of March 2022, first understand. First, board of directors will finalize the account. First audit hoga. We will check these books of accounts as a chartered accountant. Board of directors will finalize these books. Then we will provide audit report, and then AGM will be held within 6 months from the date of balance sheet. From the date of balance sheet. So AGM will be declared on 30th September 2022. So this is the AGM date. In AGM, board of directors or company will keep a proposal. Board of directors on behalf of company will keep a proposal to declare dividend. But meanwhile, what happened? Pratham bought some shares. Assume on 20th June, he bought 5,000 shares. Pratham bought 5,000 shares. Now what happened? 30th June 2022 AGM date. In AGM, company declared a dividend 10%. Remember, or here company declared 20% dividend, 20% dividend. But remember, dividend is never on the issue price, but dividend is always, always, always on face value. And in this question, always on face value, we will assume in this question rupees 10. Now company will decide one cutoff date. Cutoff date, assume cutoff date is 31st October. Which is the cutoff date, beta? 31st October 2022, where companies giving offer to all shareholders, those who are from very first day and those who bought these shares but they are not in the last year, but still they are getting this dividend only because they are existing shareholders on this cutoff date. They are existing shareholders on cutoff date, that's why they are getting this dividend. You got this concept? So if they are getting the dividend on 25,000 shares, which they are shareholder from very first day, it is called as post acquisition dividend. Why? Because this dividend is after, this dividend is for the year 21 to 22, and they are getting post मतलब बाद में dividend मिला है, बाद के financial year से related वो है. But those shareholders 5,000 shares, they are getting dividend because they are shareholder on the cutoff date, but not in the shareholder in the last year. But still they are getting dividend only because they are shareholder on the cutoff date. And that's why this date, these 5,000 shares are called as pre-acquisition dividend. So for how many shares is this post-acquisition dividend? 25,000. So you have to check this dividend is related to which year? This dividend is related to 1st April 2021 to 31st March 2022. You have to second step. Then you have to check whether 25,000 shares are from very first day. Yes. So they are eligible for this dividend and they are getting this dividend because they are from the first day they are shareholder and on cutoff date also they are shareholder. So post acquisition dividend means what? It is shareholder on which date? Cutoff date? Yes, definitely yes, yes. In last year, for which dividend is declared? For which dividend is declared? Yes, no. If this chart on cutoff date, yes. Last year, for which dividend is declared, then beta, AGM means beta annual general meeting. I won't say the name of that student. ठीक है, it's okay. Annual general meeting होती है एक बेटा शेयर होल्डर्स की, उसको AGM बोला जाता है. So if cutoff date पे shareholder होगा तो you are going to receive dividend. But problem is that whether on that 25,000 shares you are on cutoff date also and you are in the last year also. So this dividend is called as post acquisition. And what is pre-acquisition dividend? You are shareholder on cutoff date, but you are not shareholder in the last year for which dividend is declared. For which dividend is declared? It is for 1st April for this performance. एक बार हिंदी में पूरा का पूरा ज्ञान दे रहा हूं तो अच्छे से हिंदी में समझ लीजिए, बिकॉज ये कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है. ध्यान देके सुनना जो भी मैं समझा रहा हूं. देखो, कोई भी फाइनेंशियल ईयर होता है वो 1 अप्रैल से चालू होगा, जैसे कि ये क्वेश्चन में है. 2021 से चालू होगा, 2022 में 31 मार्च 2022 में ये खत्म होगा. पहली कॉन्सेप्ट आपको ये समझ के लेनी है कि 31 मार्च 2022 के बाद ये बुक्स जो होते हैं ना, वो पहले ऑडिट होते हैं, वो चेक किए जाते हैं और फिर बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स उनका ठप्पा लगाते हैं. ऑडिटर अपना ठप्पा लगाएंगे कि ये बुक्स ये ट्रू एंड फेयर है. इसको होते हैं, आपको थोड़ा टाइम मिल जाएगा, इसको बोलते हैं बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स का अप्रूवल. जैसे ही बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स का अप्रूवल आएगा, उसके बाद बेटा एक एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग, मतलब जो शेयर होल्डर्स की होती है, शेयर होल्डर्स की पूरी मीटिंग ली जाएगी. और ये मीटिंग लेना आपके ऊपर यहाँ पे लिमिट दिया गया है, ये आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता नहीं है. ये 6 महीने के अंदर, ये लॉ ने बोला हुआ है कि 6 महीना ये वो लिमिट है कि जिसके अंदर आपको ये मीटिंग लेनी है, एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग, जो आपके इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स की मीटिंग होगी. सो ये मीटिंग 30 सितंबर 2022 को ये मीटिंग होल्ड कर दी. और ये मीटिंग में एक बहुत बढ़िया डिसीजन ले लिया कि जो भी शेयर होल्डर्स, ये कट ऑफ डेट, एक कट ऑफ डेट जो आगे की डेट दी जाएगी 31 अक्टूबर 2022 को जितने भी शेयर होल्डर्स होंगे वो शेयर होल्डर्स को 20% डिविडेंड ये मिलेगा। इतना याद रखना कि ये 20% हमेशा इशू प्राइस पे नहीं होता है, तो ये फेस वैल्यू पे होता है। फेस वैल्यू जो कंपनी अपना रजिस्टर करवाती है आरओसी के साथ, उसको बोलते हैं फेस वैल्यू। अभी ये जो मिस्टर प्रथम थे, ये पहले दिन से 25,000 शेयर्स रखे हुए थे। 1 अप्रैल से पूरे साल भर इनके पास 25,000 शेयर्स थे। और बेटा इनको 5,000 शेयर्स लेने की सद्बुद्धि प्राप्त हुई है ये 20 जून को, जब ईयर खत्म हुआ है और इन्होंने अपने को अकाउंटिंग का प्रॉब्लम कर दिया। अभी अकाउंटिंग में आपको ये क्वेश्चन खुद को पूछना है कि प्रथम जी के पास ये शेयर्स कट ऑफ डेट पे थे, 25,000 शेयर्स कट ऑफ डेट पे भी थे। ये शेयर्स 5,000 शेयर्स कट ऑफ डेट पे थे, हाँ थे। तो प्रथम जी ये डिविडेंड तो मिलेगा, पर समझ लीजिए प्रथम जी जो साल से ये 25,000 शेयर्स रखे हुए थे वो साल का ही डिविडेंड इनको मिलने वाला है। पर बेटा 5,000 शेयर्स जो उन्होंने खरीदे वो बाद में लिए, ईयर खत्म होने के बाद लिए, फिर भी सर उनको डिविडेंड मिला क्योंकि वो कट ऑफ डेट पे शेयर होल्डर थे। जो 25,000 शेयर्स का इनकम होगा वो इनकम को अकाउंटिंग भाषा में बोला जाता है पोस्ट एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड, और जो 5,000 शेयर्स के ऊपर का इनकम होता है उसको अकाउंटिंग भाषा में बोला जाता है प्री एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड। और अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 13 ये दोनों की एंट्रीज अलग अलग करता है। देखो ये 25,000 शेयर्स के ऊपर का जो डिविडेंड होता है बेटा ये आपका इनकम कहलाया जाएगा। सो ये बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू P&L इसकी एंट्री होगी। बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू P&L ये एंट्री होगी पोस्ट एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड। कितने शेयर्स के ऊपर की? 25,000 शेयर्स। ये आपका इनकम कहलाया जाएगा। So post acquisition dividend entry is, now South Indian students understand, post acquisition dividend entry is bank account debit to P&L. This is the income. And pre acquisition dividend entry will be bank account debit to investment account. Beta, it will reduce your cost. It will reduce your cost. Now you got the concept. Very easy. So in this question, yes, sir, please tell it in English. Last time I'm telling it in English, beta. This is the revision. Last time I'm taking the revision. Beta, Pratham is a shareholder from the 1st April 2021 for 25,000 shares. This financial year ends on 31st of March. You can see here. After that, AGM will be held within 6 months. That is the 30th September 2022. After AGM, understand, after AGM, one date is declared. Those shareholders which are shareholder on cutoff date will get dividend. But beta Pratham bought 5,000 shares on 20th June. So he is eligible not only for 25,000 shares, but he is also eligible for 5,000 shares. So he is shareholder of 30,000 shares. Now you have to check that 25,000 shares are from very first day. Yes. So it is on cutoff date. Yes. So he is getting that dividend on 25,000 shares, and it will be a post acquisition dividend, and it is called as bank account debit to dividend because it will be treated as his income. But on 5,000 shares, whether he is a shareholder on cutoff date, yes, he is a shareholder on cutoff date. But what is the problem? That 5,000 shares are eligible only because he is a shareholder on the cutoff date, but he is not the shareholder for the year for which dividend is declared. That is the last year, and that's why this dividend is called as pre-acquisition dividend, and entry will be bank account debit to investment account. So in this question also, everyone is now clear with this concept. So in this question also, I am going to record dividend by bank. Beta, company के लिए dividend paid is expenditure. For Pratham, we are watching these entries from the angle of investor. We are doing entries in the books of Pratham and not in the books of company. I already told you this is the existing shareholders. Dividend is from the investor's angle. It is from Pratham's angle. Beta, it is from Pratham's angle. Okay. So by bank. Now see here 25,000 shares from the very first day. and beta 5,000 shares you bought it afterwards. So it will reduce your cost. So I will record it on the credit side only for bonus shares and right shares are not eligible. You have to assume bonus shares and right shares are not eligible for dividend. Why? Logically think it. You paid bonus shares also, you paid right shares also, you issued bonus shares, company issued bonus shares also, company issued right shares also, and company is giving dividend on those shares. No, but it is not allowed. So company will not pay dividend on which shares? Bonus shares and right shares. So this is the standard assumption. So here you will get bonus shares ke upar, that 5,000 shares ke upar ka dividend. Assume 10 rupees is a face value and 20% you will credit. Don't write it anything in the number of shares. And cost will be 5,000 into 10 into 20%. And beta, in profit and loss account, we will write by dividend. So this is post acquisition on how many shares beta? 25,000 into 10 into 20%. So this is 50,000. You got this concept now? Yes, sir. And beta, then assume, now this is the last part. So before break, please, last part before break. Assume we sold out of this. We sold out of this on 15 November. We sold by bank 25,000 shares. Assume at rupees 15. At what price beta? 15 rupees. And after break, you have to tell me the answer. What is the amount of profit or loss by using weighted average method? Weighted average means all costs will be considered and all number of shares are also considered. This is not a FIFO, weighted average method, and that we are going to see after break. So what I taught you till now, what is the concept of right shares and what is the concept of pre-acquisition dividend and post-acquisition dividend? Yes, let's see these entries. Let's see these entries after break. Yes, you have to answer me what is the profit or loss on sale of shares. So till that, take a break of 5 minutes and 10 minutes and come back fast. Thank you. So what is the profit calculation, beta? Yes, what is profit calculation? Yes, correct answer is 444,444. Okay, so correct calculation. Yes, now I will show you the working note. Working note 1, profit oblique loss on sale of share. See the answer now. Serial number, particulars, computation, rupees. Serial number, particulars, computation, rupees. Sales value as above. Sales value as above 3,75,000. Correct, beta? Roman 2, cost. Same working note. Cost of shares. See, cost of shares means you can check here 3,75,000. Weighted average method. This is called as weighted average. First in, first out, we will consider only first 2,50,000. But in shares, as there are bonus shares also, we always consider weighted average method. Why? Because weighted average method, bonus shares are free of cost. So we cannot take FIFO method here. So we have to take which method? Weighted average. So whatever in the blue, you can calculate 3,75,000 plus 80,000 plus 1,50,000 plus 10,000. So what is the total beta blue में जो है, sorry, 375 plus 80 plus 150 minus 10, 5,95,000. Divided by how many shares, beta? 25 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10. 45. And you sold 25,000 shares. What is the value, beta? 3,30,556. And therefore, profit is 1 minus 2, 44,444 is the correct answer. 44,444. And this profit, we are going to write it. Working note 1, 44,444. And remaining is a buy balance carried down on 31st March. It's a balancing figure. And you will take cost or market value, that same working note, whichever is lower. So in our question, we will assume 264,444 and 45,000 shares. And this is 649,444, 649,444. See बेटा, one more time. Yes, एक बार मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि वेटेड एवरेज मेथड जब होती है, बोनस शेयर्स की वजह से फिफो मेथड यूज नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि बोनस शेयर्स ये फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट आए रहते हैं. सो हम लोगों को यहाँ पे मैंडेटरी कौन सी मेथड यूज करनी पड़ती है? तो वेटेड एवरेज मेथड. वेटेड एवरेज मेथड में हम लोग क्या करेंगे? 375 प्लस 80 प्लस 150 माइनस 10. 10 कौन सा एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड है बेटा? प्री या पोस्ट? प्री एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड. पोस्ट एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड हम लोग कहां पे डालते हैं? P&L. कितने शेयर्स के ऊपर प्री पोस्ट था? 25,000 एंड प्री एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड 5,000. बोनस शेयर्स को डिविडेंड मिलने वाला था क्या? नहीं. हम लोग एज्यूम करते कि बोनस शेयर्स और राइट शेयर्स ये कभी भी बोनस के लिए हकदार नहीं होते हैं. यस. राइट बेच के कितना फायदा हुआ था बेटा? कितने शेयर्स बेचे थे राइट सोल्ड करके आपने? 10,000 बेचे थे ना. 5,000 शेयर्स का राइट था ना आपका एट ₹2. एंड प्रॉफिट कितना होएगा आपको? बाय प्रॉफिट 44,444, and this is your two balance carried down of P&L account. So in P&L account, what you are going to show? Post acquisition dividend, rights sold, profit, and loss oblique profit on sale of shares. That you are going to show it in profit and loss account, and that is how your profit and loss account will look like. So this is 1,04,444. Beta, just reading one question for you. Just reading one question for you. Yes. Illustration number 6. 1/4/2001. Yes, you can see here. 1/4/2001. And after this question, you can ask me any query regarding this problem. Yes. On 1/4/2001, Sundar problem had 25,000 equity shares having book value of ₹15 per share. So what is the value beta? 25,000 into 15. What is the value? This is the cost price and nominal value 10. Nominal value is important to know to calculate dividend. To calculate, you can write over there. 10 rupees is important to calculate dividend. Okay. Equity shares, book value ₹15 per share. 25,000 shares multiplied by 15. On 28th June 2002. So beta, can you see this answer? 25,000 into 15, 3,75,000. Yes. So we already wrote this. Two balance brought down 25,000 into 15. Sir, same question, sir. Okay. He purchased another 5,000 shares at ₹16 per share. So what is the price beta? So someone is asking me continuously, sir, 28th June, why 80,000? Why 80,000? Because beta 5,000 we bought it at 16. So on calci you can take 5,000 into 16 rupees. अंकुर सिंह, मैंने 5,000 शेयर्स 16 रुपए में खरीदे भाई, नए शेयर्स, तो 80,000 आया. So you got this concept. 5,000 into 16, 80,000. Same on 20 June. Next date. The directors announced bonus issue and right issue. No dividend was payable on these issues. No dividend. So dividend is not eligible for bonus shares and right shares. Very good. नहीं दिया रहेगा तो assume करने का. Note assumption. Bonus shares and right shares are not eligible for dividend if nothing is given in the question. If this sentence is not given in the question, then you have to assume it. Now tell me bonus shares 1:6. How many shares you already have? Lot 1. This is lot 1. And how many shares you have? Lot number 2, 5,000. So what is lot number 3 beta? 30,000 shares into 1 share for 6 shares. So lot number lot number 3 is 5,000 shares and cost is 0. Bonus shares are always free of cost. So 5,000 shares we are going to write only in number of shares column and 0 in which column? Cost column. So cost is 0. So you got the concept. So bonus shares are always recorded at 0 cost. Next one. Right shares. Now beta, how many shares you have? 35,000. 30,000 plus 5,000. 35,000 into 3/7. 15,000. Same beta, same. Out of that, Sundar sold 30.33 shares. That is 1/3 na beta. 33.33 means 1/3 to Sekhar. So it is called as renouncement. It is called as renouncement. You can write over there on question. So beta 2/3 he subscribed and 1/3 he sold. So 10,000 and 5,000. So he sold for 2,000 and 10,000 he bought for 15 rupees. You can write 25,000 shares for lot 1, lot 2 for 5,000 shares. Do everything. Yes, take, please check your answers. You can copy it. 5,000 shares. Beta, where it transferred, beta, 5,000 shares, where we are going to record? Credit side of P&L रे, P&L. Renouncement कहाँ पे लिखते हैं हम लोग? You are talking about beta pre-acquisition, post-acquisition. That is a different thing. And here it is investment debit. Investment debit. Investment को debit and 1/3 sold. Now dividend. Dividend 20% were declared. So beta, on 25,000 shares, it is post-acquisition or pre-acquisition? Post-acquisition. It is declared on issue price or face value. So rupees 10 into 20%. So what is the amount? 25,000 into 10 into 20%. Huh? 50,000. And what is pre-acquisition on how many shares? 5,000. Whether bonus shares are eligible? Beta, this is 5,000 shares, na? No. So 5,000 shares into 10 into 20%. What is the amount? 10,000. And we will write this to the credit of investment account credit side. Investment account credit side. You got this concept, beta? Pre-acquisition and post-acquisition. Pre-acquisition 10,000 and in P&L you are going to write 50,000. And right sold also you have written it in the P&L credit side. That 1/3 shares. Chalo. Now, last one. Dividend acquired for shares on 28th June is adjusted again. Now ICA has also given you the hint that you adjust it against cost of purchase. So what is the meaning of cost of purchase? Investment account credit side. Purchase means investment account. And against that means credit side. Okay. And Sundar sold 25,000 equity shares at rupees 5 per share. So it is using which method? Weighted average. At a premium of 5 means beta rupees 15. 10 rupees is a face value. 5 rupees is a premium. So 15 rupees is the total value. 10 plus 5. You got this concept now? Yes, do you want to try it? Just have this answer, but don't pray for it. You write it now properly. You write it. Chalo, write down it. Write it down fast. Yes, if you have any query, you can ask me after solving this. First, write down properly. बेटा over. Over. Yes. Now working note 1 we have completed. That is the sales value. Sales value as about 3,75,000. Now you can ask me questions. Sir, can't understand P&L account. Okay, beta. Yes, beta, हो गया working note 1 लिख के आपका. Where you have written working note 1? And what about P&L account? Now see, in P&L, what you are going to write? Write sold. Then you have to write post-acquisition dividend and profit on sale. So how many items in P&L account, beta? 3. Write sold, renounce is always credited to P&L account. By dividend, that is which dividend, pre or post? बेटा इतना तो अभी याद आना चाहिए ना, फटाफट फटाफट. पोस्ट एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड, प्री एक्विजिशन डिविडेंड हम लोग किसके क्रेडिट में लिखते हैं? इन्वेस्टमेंट अकाउंट. अभी तो हो गया ना, कितनी बार करेगा ये? यस, आई विल आस्क यू 5 क्वेश्चंस. Important points. Yes, if you answer my these 5 questions, your investment in equity shares is 100% clear. Investment in equity shares is 100% clear. Number 1. Everyone is ready now? Yes, P&L account का screenshot लेना है, ले लीजिए या complete कर लीजिए. To balance, cut it down. Or to net profit. To net profit you can write. And this is extract ray. This is not the actual P&L. You can write net profit. This is extract. If I ask you 5 questions and if you answer all these 5 questions correctly, it means you understood it properly. Please explain 45,000 in average cost. See beta, 45,000 how they got, 25,000 in lot 1, 5,000 lot 2, this is 30,000, 5,000 lot number 3, that is bonus issue, and 10,000. So this is a 45,000 total. So you bought this total shares 45,000. Next question. Why no dividend on right shares? It is given in the question, beta. Sujal Agarwal ji, it is given in the question. These shares are not eligible for dividend. No dividend was payable on these issues, that is bonus issue and right issue. Yes, second question. Chalo. Now everyone is ready for these 5 questions. Yes, प्रथम जी, देखते हैं WRO CRO में से कौन सबसे पहले आंसर देता है. नहीं बेटा, 5 में से. Number 1, bonus issue. Where to write? In which column you have to write? Bonus issue. In which column? What you have to write? First question. Bonus issue, number of shares में we will write, and in cost column dash. Next question. Rights shares. What are two treatments? Rights shares. Question, answers. Yes, fast. Rights shares, beta. Yes, who has written very fast? Hitesh Jain. Beta, who is very fast? Hitesh bhai. CRO na 6. Number of shares column. Hitesh Jain. CRO. Who answered second question? Sujal Ben. Sujal, very good. Subscribed. And second option is renounced. Beta, third one, what are entry for renouncement? What is the entry for renouncement? This is the third question. Sujal from NRO is the correct one. Yes. What is the treatment for renouncement? What is the accounting entry for renouncement? Entry for renouncement. Yes. Solid. Renouncement. Very good. This is bank account debit to P&L. So Pratham answered it. Let's see who is answering in comment section. Fourth question. Durga ji answered it. Kantipudi Durga Saranya from SRO. Fourth one, entry for pre-acquisition dividend. Entry for pre-acquisition dividend. Entry for pre-acquisition dividend. Yes, Pratham ji. Entry for pre-acquisition dividend. Bank to investment account is the correct answer. Bank to investment. Fourth. Who answered very fast? Mantanjali. Very good, beta. Mantanjali from NRO. This time all new names, huh? All new names. And last entry, method to calculate cost of shares in finding profit. And correct answer is very good. Very good. So last answer is weighted average. And let's see who is answering fast. Weighted average is the last answer. मंताजलि. ओके, नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं है. वेरी गुड. सो लास्ट आंसर बेटा, weighted average. Let's see who is answering fast. So clear winner still we are finding for fifth one. NRO Sujal, NRO Mantajali. This time no WRO. No. Yes. Raju Sharma. Raju Sharma, weighted average method. WRO. So he is the winner. NRO. Very good. This time NRO. Clear cut winner, NRO. Weighted average method. So this is the last illustration number 6. Okay. I'm giving you one more question to solve it now immediately. You have exactly 8 minutes. Exactly 8 minutes. And 8 minutes I will take it. So please now don't lose patience. This is the last question of the day. Illustration number 5. And rest questions you will solve at home. All other questions you have to solve. Okay. So illustration number 5 we are going to take it now. Now everything is clear. What is number of shares? I solved. I have taken your quiz also. If you answer all these 5 questions, yes, beta, your concepts are 100% clear. So take it. Last question. Yes, I am giving you exactly 8 minutes. चलो, जितना हो सकता है solve कर दीजिए in 8 minutes. You have exactly 8 minutes. चलो 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 fast. Maniti. Okay, it is Maniti. यस जयेंद्र कुमार जी, डन सर, बेटा डन हो गया। अनिकेत, अमृतपाल कौर, मुक्ता व्यास, डन सर इन 4 मिनट्स। अरे वाह, अंकित गुप्ता जी का भी हो गया है। वेरी गुड, मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हैव डन इट, इवन प्रथम ऑल्सो। इजी प्रथम, डिविडेंड भी नहीं है। We will solve then. We'll solve. Bus. You have sufficient time now. Yes, just we will take it out. Rajat has 50,000 shares at rupees 15 per share. So 50,000 into 15, 7,50,000. Correct? Then he purchased another 10,000 shares for 16. 1,60,000. Is nothing is difficult in this question. So how many shares you have now? 60,000 into 1 by 6. 10,000 shares is a bonus shares. Yes, beta. Cost 0. How many shares now you have? 70,000. What is the right issue? 3 by 7. So this is 30,000, na? And out of this, how many shares you sold? 1 by 3 you sold for 2 rupees, 20,000. So ये P&L में जाएगा, renounced. And remaining subscribed, 20,000 into 15. How much? 3 lakhs. So 20,000 into 15, 3 lakhs. So it's very easy. 10,10,000. Beta, it is very easy question. हाँ? नहीं, ये नहीं आएगा. This is very easy. Actually, this question is only to tell you about. Yes, one more question. Last question of the day. Yes, now you solve this question. This is 8 minutes question now. This is tricky. Yes, now this is tricky, beta. Please now. This is the last question. Let's see. But we will solve this together. Mr. Singh, or you want to try? You only tell me whether you want to try or you want to solve it with me. बड़ा 5 से 8 मिनट लगते हैं, बस ज्यादा नहीं है. And we'll if you solve it, yes, we'll tick it. You tell me, beta, fast. You want to try? This is similar to Sundar question. You want to try this one or? And then should I give you time to solve this? चलो बाकी लोग ट्राई करना शुरू कर दो यार, जल्दी बताओ यार, फास्ट. Now this is something similar to Sundar problem. चलो चलो चलो, प्रथम ने स्टार्ट कर दिया टाइमिंग. Yes, last question of the day. We will solve. Want to try. Chalo chalo, fast. Yes, don't worry. This is very simple question. You try it fast. 7 minutes. Don't write amounts. अच्छा चलो करो 8 मिनट है. चलो फास्ट लिखो फास्ट. सुंदर के जैसा ही है, टाइम नहीं है अपने पास, वक्त की कमी है. चलो लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, ट्राई करो फटाफट। चलो लास्ट 3 मिनट्स, फटाफट। Last 30 seconds. चलो 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 फास्ट. Done. How many of you done बेटा? चलो रितिका बेटा खुद से ट्राई करना चाहिए. चलो हो गया क्या प्रथम? Profit. See last one. On 1st January, Singh had 20,000 equity shares. See beta, now answer at rupees 16 per share. So you can check the answer now. Don't keep that dividend column. सुंदर का प्रॉब्लम था. बेटा डिविडेंड कॉलम मत देखो. डिविडेंड कॉलम मत देखना. हाँ हाँ 20,000 शेयर्स था. टू बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन हाउ मेनी? यस व्हाट इज द अमाउंट बेटा? 16. 3,20,000 करेक्ट है. फर्स्ट वन फर्स्ट आया क्या? On 1st June, he bought 5,000 shares at a premium of 4 per share. That is rupees 14. अभी रुको ना बेटा, रहने दो ना अभी. नहीं अभी रहने दो. चलो 5,000 शेयर्स कितने में खरीदे? So this is 70,000. 70,000 is correct. Next one. On 30th June, they declared the bonus and right issue. Bonus shares is at the rate of every 1 for every 5 shares. So how many shares are there? 25,000 into, this is lot number 3. This is 5,000 shares beta. Lot 1 20,000. Lot 2 5,000. So what is the answer beta? 5,000. And what is the cost? 0. Then right shares were issued. Right shares is 1 share for every 3 shares. Now how many shares you have? 30,000. So 30,000 into 1 by 3. So how many shares? 10,000. Out of that 50% entitlement. So beta subscribe कितना किया? 5,000 at rupees 15, 75,000, and renounced 5,000 into 1.5, that is 7,500 by renouncement in P&L account. By sale of or by renouncement of shares 1.5, 7,500. You can check 5,000 for correct है बेटा. नो नीड टू राइट दिस रिनाउंसमेंट. हम लोग P&L में डालेंगे. सो P&L अकाउंट में यू आर गोइंग टू राइट बाय रिनाउंसमेंट हाउ मच बेटा, और बाय राइट सोल्ड 7,500. Correct છે? Next, dividend is 15%. Now tell me 15% dividend on 20,000 shares बेटा post acquisition होगा by dividend on 20,000 shares. How much? 10 rupees into 15%, 30,000. And बेटा investment के credit में by bank. Sorry, this is dividend on shares. Yes, beta, 7,500 na. How you have calculated? 5,000 into 10 into 15%. Correct, che? And now how many shares you sold? 20,000 shares sold for rupees 13. So 13. So this is 2,60,000. So whenever you are selling shares, beta, what you are going to calculate? Profit. Now what profit? For profit, you will take this total 320 minus plus 70 लीजिए 320 plus 70 plus 75 minus 7.5. What is the amount? 457,500 divided by how many shares? 35 divided by 35 into what is the cost? How many shares you sold? Into 20,000. I'm getting 2,61,428. See. And this is a loss. And loss you are going to write over here on the same side by loss 1429. But one more time, you will take a total 320 plus 70. Yes. 320 plus 70. See, beta, this 320 plus 70 plus 75,000 minus 7,500 and divided by these shares. Barabar che? Into 20,000. And now you left with beta how many shares? 15,000 shares. And this working note is very, very important. Valuation of equity shares. Because market value is given in the question. So whichever is lower, na? Market value or cost. And beta cost you already calculated for 20,000 shares, na? This is. So for 15,000 kitna? Sorry, 15,000 ही बेचा है ना? 15,000. Sorry. So same thing you calculate 3,20,000 plus 70,000 plus 75,000 minus 7,500 divided by 35,000 into 15,000. So 196,071, whichever is lower. Beta into 15,000 shares. नहीं, balancing figure नहीं लेना है. This working note will carry 2 marks. Market value or cost of shares, whichever is lower. No, don't consider balancing figure. Though you are getting the same answer, but you have to consider this. Huh? This working note will carry 2 marks, market value. Yes. अरे वही फॉर्मूला वैक का जो था ना, divide by 35,000 into 15,000. So instead of 20,000, now you left with 15,000. This is a cost, weighted average. Are you getting, guys? Yes. बेटा मार्केट प्राइस का ये वैल्यू था. I hope everyone is now clear with this concept. Yes, you can take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot. Don't write dividend column. And I will show this answer once again in my way. Yes, beta. Take a screenshot. And this is also the working note. And in P&L, what you are going to write? IC has written this. So don't open this dividend column, beta. What IC has done. Promise me you are going to solve all these questions. Yes, beta. All these questions, once again, all questions of ICS study material, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever the questions are there in the study material, and simple questions, now you do it by your own, and remaining questions we are going to solve it on Thursday. So wait for Thursday, and I hope you understood what is investment in equity shares and what is investment in debentures. Which is more easy, beta? Both. Okay. Thank you and good night. Take care.